Hi everyone, it's Ed again from State 270, the Warriors clan. So I'm just going to do another short video, so literally two in a row today. I just want to explain around the Plague Zone and how we always do so well and how we always come number one. We could do a lot better. We only get around 2/3 of the available points each week when the event is on. So there's definitely scope for improving on that. So I just want to explain how the point system works and how you can maximize your rewards. So the Plague Zone event, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, is about hitting the Plague Zones at a higher level to get the biggest overall alliance score. So at the moment, no one in my alliance is hitting one, which means they're probably all off gathering resources. So if we look at the alliance leaderboard, this is where you see the current progress. Now it's a week-long event and only restarted last night at midnight. So as it stands, it's very early days. I think we finished the event on trying to think how many it was. I think around 2,700 points for the week, which is pretty decent. And we'll certainly get close to that again, maybe higher this time around. So you do get rewards for an alliance, so we always come first, and for that means we get every week we get an additional 20 Jane hero fragments per member of our alliance. So everybody in our alliance gets 20 of these every single week. So it's a fantastic extra little buff that apart from people that spend very heavily, our alliance will have much higher leveled up Jane characters than all of the other alliances. There's another thing as well, which I'll come on to with the rewards to make sure we get as many Jane hero fragments as possible, as well as the other rewards. So I'm just going to jump onto the wilderness screen, and I just want to explain how this works. So when you go to your search, scroll along Plague Zone. So at the moment we can hit up to level 24. I expect by the end of this week, on the last day, it will jump up to level 25. So I'm going to search for a level 24. So to explain it, so if I complete this level 24 Plague Zone, it's got one menace, which is the minimum. I will get 24 stars for completing this one. Now, if I get 24 stars today, 24 stars tomorrow, 24 stars the next day, the highest score I will have got out of all of my attempts this week will have been 24. So I will add 24 stars to our alliance total. And that's how the event ranking has worked out. Now, when you're on the search screen, you can hit search again. And so this is found a level 24. If I click search again, if there's another one, it will take me to it. I'm hitting search, it's not taking me anywhere else, so I know this is the only level 24 Plague Zone available. So if I drop down to level 23, we'll search again. And what I'm looking for here is a Plague Zone that has more than one menace, which is the additional characters around the main matriarch. So I'm going to hit search, and it's taken me to another level 23. This one's only got one menace, so that's no good. So I'm going to keep searching just for a second until I find one that has more than one menace on there, and then I'll explain why. So there's only one menace on the level 22s. Same for level 21. Same for level 20. So it's going to be quite awkward for me just for the video. Okay, so we're going to have to use our imagination. So let's just assume that this level 22 zone matriarch here has two menaces. So how this would work is each additional menace adds 3 stars to your total. So if I complete this one as it is right in front of you, I would get 22 stars for completing this one. If it had an additional menace, that would add 3 more stars, and that would mean this one is actually worth 25 stars. If it had 3 menaces, it would actually be worth 28 stars. So what you can do is, if you've done a level 24 but you still want more points, you can search around to find a bigger Plague Zone that has more than one menace, and as long as the additional menaces adding on 3 more stars, as long as that brings you to above 24 stars, so between 25 to 28, and I think 28 is the maximum you can get, then that's what you're looking for. You're looking to increase from 24 to as many stars as possible, and that's not just for you, it's for every single person in your alliance. So one thing to mention, if for example you're on and you're playing solo, you're not really interacting on the chat at this moment in time, and you found a level 24 Plague Zone and it's got an additional menace on there, so it's worth 27 stars. If you jump on and you complete that yourself, you've got some additional stars, which is great. But you can have 5 players jump on the team, and if all 5 jump on and participate, then it means all 5 of those players are going to get the 27 stars, which means from the alliance's point of view means we're going to have a higher alliance total score and a higher alliance ranking. So it's always worth, even if it's a case of having to wait 5 minutes for and sharing it in the chat to get as many people to jump on as possible, that's always worth doing because it's for the good of the alliance, which in turn benefits you with the better rewards. So I just want to demonstrate the other side to this, which is the daily reward. So as well as having the weekly alliance reward, which I showed you, which had the 20 Jane fragments on there, by completing a plague zone, so I just want to show you this part as well. When you complete a plague zone, you get your individual reports for each attack you have, and then the last report you get after you've defeated the matriarch is this one here. And it tells you what your immediate rewards are. So you get 3 Jane fragments for this particular one that I completed. But what's also really good is this view leaderboards thing up here, which is quite discreet. So perhaps some of you don't know this is here. You can click on this. It'll give you a drop down, and it would tell you how many stars you got for that particular plague zone. So if I wasn't, if I couldn't remember how many stars I'd got this week, I can scroll back through my reports and look at each day's and see what my highest score was previously. So I know that it reset last night, so for this week's event I haven't done any, and if I hit one today and it's just a level 24 with 1 menace, then I'm only going to have 24 stars. So for the rest of the week I'll be keeping an eye out to see if I can get one that has maybe 27 or 28 stars. So this is where you see the information. Then the following morning, so at reset, it will actually give you an additional prize based on your daily ranking. So these are the rewards you get. So let me just get that off the screen. So because I hit 27 stars on that particular day, I get one of these crates, which has between 1 and 5 Maddie fragments in. More often than not, I think it's just 1 that you get, but every now and then you get 2 or 5 Maddie fragments, which is really, really useful. And you get 7 more Jane fragments. So there's some other small rewards on this as well, just some resources and bits. So what I highly recommend is that every single day you join in with 1 plague zone for the highest amount possible, at least 24 stars, just because of habit really, I guess, but as high as you can possibly do. So you get 7 Jane fragments just for completing one, as long as it's a level 21 or above, or 21 stars and above I should say. So that could be a level 21 plague zone with 1 menace, or it could be, for example, a level 18 zone with 2 menaces would also get you 21 stars. If you do this every single day, you're going to get 7 Jane fragments a day. So over the week-long event, that's going to be 49 Jane fragments. You're also going to get 20 Jane fragments for your end of week alliance rewards, because we always come first, as well as getting the sort of 3 immediate Jane fragments for completing a plague zone. So all in all, you can get more than 70 Jane fragments, must be about 80, 90, about 90 Jane fragments per week just by hitting 1 plague zone a day. So you haven't got to hit multiple of them, just 1 a day will get you 90 Jane fragments per week. In addition, you're also going to get at least 7 Maddie fragments, but in all likelihood, because it's between 1 and 5 that you get, you're going to get more than 7 per week on average. So when you're spending your stamina, regardless of the events going on, obviously you're going to want to do your intel. Make sure you do 1 plague zone a day, and then any remaining stamina you have you can use for any other events, like hitting your fiends or your normal zombies, etc., or you can store it up for a rainy day. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. I encourage everyone in our alliance to make sure we always finish number 1, so keep working really hard on this. I don't think we've ever finished lower than first place, which is brilliant. And so when it comes to Hero Day tomorrow in our state event, it means that we're all going to be able to upgrade our Jane heroes. Let's just have a quick look. So I don't think I've upgraded her for a week or so, and I've got 155 fragments I can use, which is going to be really helpful in 1, leveling her up, and 2, doing really well in the events. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you've got any questions, let me know, and enjoy the events. Cheers.